Have you ever met someone who didn't even say a word, yet everyone in the room noticed them? It wasn't because of their expensive clothes or fancy car. It was because of their body language. The truth is, confidence isn't just in your words. It's in how you carry yourself. People judge you in the first few seconds, based not on what you say, but on how you look while saying it. If your body language shows insecurity, no amount of smart talk will hide it. But if your body language radiates confidence, people will naturally respect you even before you open your mouth. Today, I'll share 8 body language secrets. With these practices that can instantly boost your confidence and transform your personality. 1. Stand tall like you own the space. Think about the last time you saw someone walk into a room and immediately grab everyone's attention without saying a single word. Chances are, it wasn't because of their hairstyle or clothes. It was because of their posture. Now compare that to someone who walks in tall, shoulders back, head high. They haven't said a word, yet they already look like a leader. They radiate authority because their body is saying, "I respect myself, and so should you." Here's a simple exercise. The next time you're about to enter a meeting, a classroom, or even a social gathering, pause for just 30 seconds. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, chest lifted, chin slightly raised. Breathe deeply. Imagine you're a king or queen walking into your throne room. When you step forward, people will feel the difference even if you don't say a word. Remember, confidence isn't only in your words. It begins with how you carry yourself. The person who stands tall will always be seen as stronger than the one who hides in their own body. 2. Master the power of eye contact. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, and it's true. You can tell a lot about someone just by how they look at you. Shifty eyes make people seem nervous or dishonest. Cold, piercing stares feel aggressive or threatening. But balanced, steady eye contact? That's the sweet spot. It signals confidence, honesty, and presence. Think about the last time someone spoke to you while avoiding eye contact. Maybe they kept looking down, glancing at their phone, or staring at the floor. Even if their words were fine, something felt off. You might have thought, they don't really believe in what they're saying. That's because our brain subconsciously interprets lack of eye contact as insecurity or worse, as hiding something. Now imagine the opposite. Someone speaks to you, and they look directly at you calm, steady, engaged. Not in a creepy, staring way, but in a way that makes you feel seen and respected. Immediately, you take them more seriously. Their words feel more powerful simply because their eyes back them up. Here are some practical tips. The 60/40 rule. Maintain eye contact about 60-70% of the time when speaking and about 40-50% when listening. This balance keeps you engaged without overwhelming the other person. The triangle technique. Instead of staring into someone's eyes non-stop, imagine a triangle across their face, 2 points at the eyes, 1 at the mouth. Shift your gaze gently among these points to keep it natural. Glance away smoothly. When you do look away, don't dart your eyes nervously. Simply glance aside calmly, as if you're collecting your thoughts. That makes you look thoughtful rather than anxious. If you struggle with this, practice in small steps. Next time you order food, hold eye contact with the cashier while saying thank you. When talking with friends, make a conscious effort to look at them when you share a point. Slowly, your comfort will grow and so will your confidence. Because in the end, people don't just listen to your words, they read your eyes. And if your eyes speak confidence, your message becomes 10 times more powerful. 3. Use controlled, purposeful gestures. Think about the difference between two speakers. The first one is nervous, constantly rubbing his hands, tapping his fingers on the table, or waving his arms without any rhythm. Even if his words make sense, his movements betray his insecurity. The audience feels distracted, almost uncomfortable, because his body language doesn't match his message. The second speaker, however, doesn't waste a single movement. When he speaks, his hands flow naturally with his words. He doesn't fidget. He doesn't make random gestures. Instead, he moves his hands slowly, with control, as if every gesture has meaning. When he explains something big, his arms expand gently. When he emphasizes a key point, he uses his hands to underline it. Suddenly, his words feel stronger, clearer, and far more persuasive. That is the power of purposeful gestures. Your hands are like an amplifier for your voice. They can either strengthen your message or weaken it. Psychologists have even found that audiences find speakers far more trustworthy and confident when their hand movements match their words. In fact, people remember information better when it is accompanied by natural gestures. If you want to practice, try this simple exercise. Record yourself talking about any subject for 2 minutes. Watch your hands. Are they restless, nervous, or distracting? If so, replace those movements with smoother, slower ones. Over time, your hands will begin to flow naturally with your speech, and your entire presence will become more powerful. 4. Perfect your handshake and greetings. The first few seconds of meeting someone often decide how they will treat you for the rest of the interaction. Long before you share your story, skills, or achievements, you make an impression through something simple, the way you greet them. One of the strongest signals of confidence is a handshake. A limp handshake makes you appear weak, passive, or uninterested. It gives the impression that you lack energy or certainty. On the other hand, a crushing grip can feel aggressive, as if you are trying too hard to prove your strength. Both extremes damage your image. The confident handshake lies in the middle, firm, steady, and combined with eye contact. It communicates respect without dominance and warmth without weakness. Think about it. This way, your greeting is the opening chapter of a book. If the beginning feels awkward, rushed, or insecure, people will carry that impression with them, even if the rest of your story is strong. But if you open with confidence and warmth, you've already won half the battle before saying a single important word. The next time you meet someone new, pay attention. Stand tall, look them in the eyes, and greet them with calm energy. Whether it's a handshake, a nod, or a simple nice to meet you, do it with intention. People might forget your exact words, but they will always remember how you made them feel in the very first moment. 5. Control your facial expressions. Your face is like a billboard. It reveals more about you than you realize. Even when you stay silent, your expressions speak. A nervous smile, tight lips, raised eyebrows, or restless blinking can betray insecurity. People may not consciously analyze it, but their brains instantly register whether you look confident, anxious, angry, or approachable. Think about a job interview. Imagine two candidates answering the same question with the same words. One of them avoids eye contact, forces a stiff smile, and lets his face tighten every time a new question is asked. The other answers calmly with relaxed features, a genuine smile, and a composed expression. Who do you think leaves a stronger impression? It's not the words, it's the face delivering them. So how do you control your expressions without looking fake? The secret is not to suppress emotion, but to channel it. A calm, natural smile, not too wide, not too forced, makes you approachable. Keeping your jaw unclenched and your eyebrows neutral helps you look at ease. When you want to emphasize sincerity, let your expressions soften. When you need to show determination, let your eyes narrow slightly with focus. One way to practice is to stand in front of a mirror and read something aloud. Notice what your face does. Does it look tense? Does your smile disappear quickly? Do you look distracted or overly serious? Practice speaking with a calm, confident expression until it feels natural. Another trick is to relax your breathing. When you breathe slowly, your facial muscles loosen automatically, giving you a more confident look. Remember, you don't need to wear a fake smile all the time. True confidence lies in balance, relaxed, genuine, and controlled expressions that match your words. 6. Own your personal space. Confidence is not only in how you move, it's in how much space you allow yourself to occupy. People who feel insecure often shrink into themselves. They cross their arms tightly, hunch their shoulders, or sit in a way that makes them appear smaller. Without even speaking, they send a message: I don't want to be noticed. I don't deserve to be here. On the other hand, confident people claim their space. They don't sprawl arrogantly, but they also don't fold themselves into the background. They sit upright with relaxed shoulders, and they move naturally without hesitation. Their body says, I belong here. I have a right to take up this space. This simple shift changes the way people see you, and more importantly, the way you see yourself. Think about it. When you walk into a crowded room and you stand stiffly in the corner, people subconsciously assume you lack confidence. But if you stand tall, walk calmly, and position yourself where others can see you, the entire energy shifts. You haven't spoken yet, but your presence has already spoken for you. Here's a simple practice. The next time you enter a room, resist the urge to rush to the corner or sit in the back. Instead, pause for a moment, stand tall, and look around calmly before moving. If you sit down, take a seat that allows you to face people directly instead of shrinking away. This small shift sends the unspoken message that you are not hiding, you are present, and you matter. Remember, the world doesn't just respond to what you say. It responds to how you show up. If you shrink, people will overlook you. If you own your space, people will respect you even before a single word leaves your mouth. 7. Walk with purpose. The way you walk tells people more than you think. Before you say a single word, your steps announce something about you, whether you are confident, nervous, proud, or defeated. A person who drags their feet, walks too quickly with hunched shoulders, or shuffles nervously sends the message, I'm insecure. I'm unsure of myself. But someone who walks with steady, balanced steps and calm posture radiates authority. People notice. People respect it. Think about the leaders you've seen, whether in movies, on stage, or even in your workplace. They rarely rush or stumble into a room. Their pace is controlled, their shoulders relaxed, their head held high. Every step seems deliberate, almost as if they know exactly where they're going. This is not an accident. It's the body's way of saying, I have direction. I have confidence. I belong here. So how do you develop a purposeful walk? Here's a practice. The next time you enter a public space, a classroom, a cafe, an office, imagine that everyone is watching. Straighten your back, breathe slowly, and walk at a steady pace. Don't rush. Don't shuffle. Walk like every step has weight and meaning. This doesn't just change how others see you, it changes how you feel inside. Because the truth is, when you walk with purpose, your mind begins to believe you have purpose. And when your body moves like a leader, your confidence follows naturally. People might forget your words, but they will always remember the way you carried yourself. 8. Breathe with calm control. There's one body language secret that most people overlook, yet it influences everything else you're breathing. When you are nervous, your breathing becomes shallow and quick. Your chest rises and falls rapidly. Your voice shakes, and your body looks restless. People notice it instantly. Even if you try to hide your anxiety with a smile or strong words, your breathing betrays you. Now imagine the opposite. A person walks into a room, sits down, and takes slow, steady breaths. Their chest doesn't heave, their shoulders remain relaxed, and when they speak, their voice is calm and controlled. Even without realizing it, everyone around them feels their presence. That's the power of controlled breathing. It creates an aura of confidence that radiates silently. If you want a simple way to practice, try the 4-4-4 method. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 4 seconds. Do this 2 or 3 times before entering an important situation, a meeting, a presentation, or even a social gathering. You'll feel your nerves settle, and your body language will immediately look more confident. Remember this, your breath is the remote control for your confidence. Shallow breathing tells your body to panic. Deep breathing tells your body to lead. By mastering this one habit, you automatically improve your posture, your voice, and your overall presence. The next time you feel anxious, don't force yourself to look confident. Instead, fix your breathing. Confidence will follow naturally because calm energy is the strongest form of authority you can project. Confidence isn't about pretending to be someone else. It's about aligning your body with your true potential. The way you stand, walk, look, and move tells the world whether to respect you or ignore you. Start practicing these 8 body language secrets today. Even if you don't feel confident right now, your body will send signals to your brain and slowly reshape your personality. Because remember, the world treats you the way you show up. If your body language demands respect, people will give it.